So, guess what I did last night, people? I went to sleep on seeing on the news about the brother whose life was taken in Baton Rouge and seeing all the videos and everything like that. And I went to sleep last night after I seen the news and I watched that story to see if there was any other things developing or, maybe it was some type of immediate punishment for these cops, especially since it was caught on camera and the dude was already down. But of course, paid administrative leave, getting paid to murder niggas. I'm gonna say it, getting paid to murder niggas. But I get up this morning and I look on Facebook again, and guess what else I see? Another black man that is shot 4 or 5 times in his arm in front of his girlfriend, in front of her daughter. This man was a security officer, I believe, at a school. And the cop did what they always do, ask for your license and registration. It didn't look like he was driving, but they asked for his license. And I don't know about any other of the men in the world, not saying race-wise, but any man in the world, not narrowing it down to black, white, or Mexican, or, anything like that. But most men carry their wallets in their back pocket. For the men who do carry wallets at all, I kind of think that's what the back pocket was kind of designed for, was for your wallet. But, I didn't design pants, so I'm not too sure why it's there. But God tells the cop, it's in my back pocket. God also tells the cop that he has a firearm on him and that he is a security officer. Now, the cops already asked for the license and registration. God tells him he's going for his license and registration. When he's pulling his hand back out, the cop shoots him 5 times. And this is live on Facebook, live. Pretty sure they're going to cover it up. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to try and stop the videos from being seen some kind of way. So many people have reshared videos, so I don't know how they're going to really be able to put a cap on it, but I'm sure they'll find out. But let's look at the real issue here. We have rallies, we get upset, we protest, we do everything that I guess is supposed to be done when somebody is getting treated inhuman, and nothing ever gets done about it. And then, we ask, because if I could do it, I would do it. Because y'all know me, I like to talk. And, sometimes I may not have researched the subject that I'm talking about as much as I should have, but still, I like to talk. But everybody's asking, where's our black leaders? Where's our real black leaders? Why isn't anybody coming out saying anything, stepping up for our race? I'm going to tell you why. History shows that every time a strong black leader comes around, they get assassinated. History shows every powerful figure that has a voice that can reach the black community gets snuffed out. And I know a lot of you are thinking, hey man, that's not true. That happened years ago. Things aren't like they were back then when Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. Things aren't like they were back then when Malcolm X was assassinated. You can even go a bit further because I'd make the argument to say that, they give power, so much power to celebrities and rappers now. They know who is going to listen to who and who has influence on what. So even though people may have mixed views about Tupac and everything, but Tupac was one of those black leaders that ended up coming out, emerging, and started revealing things and started, trying to shed some positive light into our community. Um, his murder has never been solved, but they shut him up too. And you got to think about it. Because everybody says America isn't racist. America and racism is dead. Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Me and my family, we are a mixture. We're a mutt. I say it sometimes. Got Native American in me. I got black in me. Got a little bit of white in me as well. And who else knows what else could be there? Because I haven't did the research. I haven't been on Ancestry.com or nothing. But I know from what my family has shared with me, my family history and what they know and everything. So I know what I'm made up of. I'm not racist at all. I would love to see everybody getting along and living life, but there is no perfect world. There is no perfect person here. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. A few events that have gone on in my life in the past 2 weeks that I let get to me and let bother me. And then I see this on the news like every day now. It's just 2 days in a row. But really, if you put the timeline together, at first it seemed like every 6 months, then it seemed like every quarter. Now it kind of seems like every month, another man's life is taken. Not because he's rambunctious, not because he's holding a gun, not because he's went in a church and killed several people, not because he's a terrorist, not because he has threatened to blow up any buildings. None of that stuff has happened to any of these people that I have seen get killed, murdered. And a lot of these people didn't get murdered on tape. A lot of these people got murdered behind the scenes, and it doesn't even matter if it's on tape or not, because these motherfuckers keep getting away with the shit. So then you have to sit and you have to think, especially me, like I don't have a son yet, but when I do have a son, I'm already worried about him. I'm worried about myself now. I'm worried about all my friends. I'm worried about my dad, my uncles, my cousins. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about my race, period. Because for a race to be drugged through the mud and opposed and shackled and chained up for hundreds and hundreds of years, just keep on getting the bad end of the stick and just act like we are, dogs get more respect than the black man these days. It's like, well, let me put it to you like this. I say it all the time. They put a lot of makeup on things to try and make things look pretty, and it's still there. I don't even know what this is called anymore because it's so blatant. It's like they don't even have to put makeup on anymore. They can just shoot us and they know, hey, I'm going to go back, do this paperwork, get a vacation, a paid vacation for about a month maybe. Then when this blows all over, I'll be back on the street ready to kill me another nigga. And I'm not saying that's what they thinking, but that's what it kind of seems like what's going on. It seems like that's what they're thinking, because they know that they don't have any consequence to it. Like, if the roles were reversed, and they have been, we've been seeing them be reversed here a lot lately, where a white guy would have a gun, and the cops would do everything but shoot him. They tase him, spray him with pepper spray, Anything else but shoot him. Don't take his life. But as soon as the black guy goes to pull out his ID, his life is in jeopardy. Taken. So what? So now do we conform to society and sit here and be like, well, my ID's right next to me. I got my registration on this side. Or do we need to plant it on our window shield so they can see it when they come up so they won't ask us? Because I'm pretty sure that even if we do that, they're going to find another way to shoot us for some other reason. Maybe we cut our eye the wrong way. Maybe we sneezed and we went to cover our mouth and they thought that it was a gunshot or something. It's going to be something else where they're going to try and go between the lines and destroy us anyway. So what are our choices? Let's see here. And this is the choice that they want. It seems like they want us to be so timid and afraid and yes sir and no sir and I have everything right here sir and don't worry sir, I wasn't gonna make a move sir, please don't shoot me sir. I think they want us like that. But if I can remember, slavery was abolished a while ago. If history is correct from what I was taught in school, slavery was basically killed, and all the slaves was freed or something by Abe Lincoln or whatever. But for some reason, they still want us to have a slave mentality when it comes to dealing with authority. I pause because I'm trying to understand if slavery has been abolished for so long, why? And here's the most important question. And if anybody has the answer to this question, please reply. I post this on Facebook. Share it. Reply to me on Facebook. If you don't like what I'm saying, reply about it. Say something. Speak about it. Let's get a real debate or something going, because it doesn't matter if we hashtag Black Lives Matter. It doesn't matter if we hashtag All Lives Matter. Most of the time it's the black lives that get taken for no reason, no apparent reason at all. So when we do put a label on it, they want to, oh no, it's not just your lives, it's our lives. No, it is just our lives, because we're the only ones getting wrongfully murdered. So yes, we do have to do things like that to build awareness. But they're going to keep letting us know our awareness building is going to get blown up, because they're going to do it again. And then they're going to expect us to act ignorant and go destroy some stuff or whatever, so they can keep saying, and this is the reason why it's still happening. Well, this isn't the reason why it's still happening, but it could add to it. But they're going to think, they go get mad, and they're going to fuck up all their stuff in their community. And then that's going to give us the perfect reason to continue to shoot these people, because they are rambunctious, because they are hard to deal with, because they don't comply. Let me understand this for you. It's not that we're hard people. It's not that we don't want to comply. It's not that we have a problem with authority. It's that we've lived this life. Generation through generation gets passed down to each and every one of our children. The past, our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, great-great-great-great-grandparents, and the grandparents we had that was still in Africa before they was brought over here against their will. And because black people didn't only come from Africa, but I'm just using it as an example. But is it ever going to stop? Probably not. What can we do about it? it's becoming evident that it's nothing that we can do about it because we don't have any merit in this country. I just don't understand. And then it makes you want to leave. But where do you go? I got a passport and everything. Uproot my whole family and leave the United States of America, especially because of what's coming as far as who's running our country. I mean, what is the worst coming? You know what I'm saying? These are things that you have to think about, and these are things that you have to prepare yourself for and your family, because the way things are looking is going to get worse for us before it gets better. But you always know when things get worse, after you get past that, it's a brighter light on the other side. But things have been worse for a while for us now. We get breaks, but it seems like if you're not a movie star or athlete or something of that nature, someone who is, glorified in the eyes of America, if you're not one of those people and you're black, you are an endangered species. And it doesn't matter how you talk to the laws, if you show respect or not, 9 times out of 10, you are going to get a gun pulled on you if you're just getting stopped for a fucking busted tail light. You're going to get stereotyped. You're going to probably get snatched out the car. Make sure you have your recorder on you at all times. And don't record to where they can erase it. Record to where it's live so, people can see what's going on or whatever. It might not help your situation. They might throw it out in court. But do that, because it's the only way that people are going to be aware of what's happening. It's usually always a he say, she say. It's always the guy had a gun, he pulled it out on me, I shot him. And then in the video clip, the guy either didn't have a gun or he didn't pull it out and he still got shot. Like, it gets to the point where you're getting tired of people. But then you end up getting tired of the world itself, because it's dirty, it's negative, and it's not getting any better. You can say it's time for a change, but who's gonna have enough balls to stand up and really speak for us, and not just black people, just us, period? Who's going to do it without having the fear of getting assassinated? Y'all be safe out there, man. I'm praying for everybody, for real. I don't want anybody else to get shot by the police. It's just mind-boggling how something can be caught on tape and somebody can still get paid vacation for it. Mind-blowing. I don't understand it at all. Keep God first, family second, everything else will follow.